How cold is not enough.
Hello everyone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe now and then do click the bell icon so that you can be one of the first viewers to watch my video. Bros, this is Shivam back from Phone Future and today I'm back with another tech update. #2 have a second update or our second episode for our new playlist. So let's begin the video. So this is our Xiaomi Mi Mix versus OnePlus 3T. So before I begin further ahead, I just want to tell the specs of the Mi6 so that we can get to know how much Xiaomi Mi Mix is capable of. So first talking about what happens in the specs. While Mi Mix over here seems to have a Snapdragon 835 processor, which is actually based on a 10 nanometer architecture, which is just uncomparable to any other processor over in its range or in its league. So it is paired with an Adreno 540 GPU, which is again a just mind-blowing GPU with the 6 gigs of RAM. So, and obviously these other specs would be that it would have a 5.15 inch display, full HD display with just 600 nits of brightness, and obviously it would be an octa-core processor. It would be splash resistant 12 megapixel camera, and yes, this camera would be a dual camera, which is just awesome. And it would again have dual tone LED flash, 4-axis OEIS, and it would be capable of 4K video recording with the secondary 12 megapixel camera. And the aperture would be again f2.6 aperture. It would again have a 2.8 megapixel front facing camera, ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, and obviously an IR, which is just favorite for MI. So one thing that has really disappointed me here is its battery and the ditching of headphone jack, which is just a bit too much for now. So first about talking about the battery, this phone again seems to have a little bit less battery than compared to other Xiaomi phones. This phone should have at least I think supported a 4000 mAh battery, but sadly MI has not provided it with this much great battery, so it only has now 3000 mAh battery. Not 3000, it's 3350 mAh battery. So it's okay, it's a bit less than again these previous phones supposed to be less battery. So now as we know a bit more about Xiaomi Mi6, we are going to see whether if you should purchase an Mi6 or OnePlus 3T. So yeah, here's Xiaomi Mi6. We'll have 4 aspects for now, and our first aspect would be for comparing would be our display. The Xiaomi Mi6 would again have a 5.1 inch display. Over here in the OnePlus 3T, it would have an optic AMOLED technology, and it would have a 5.5 inch display, which is better than Xiaomi Mi6. So in the display part, I guess the OnePlus 3 over here takes the lead. So this lead will continue for now. Xiaomi Mi6 versus OnePlus 3T. So here we'll talk about the design. So design is pretty much not an aspect for me to decide. That leads to every single one of you who likes the design or not. So I'm gonna leave this aspect and leave it to you for cover. Okay, I'm just gonna tell the different colors over here. So Xiaomi Mi6 would come now with a number of colors. It would have a white, purple, black, a silver edition with an ultra reflective mirror finish, which is awesome, and a ceramic edition which would have an 18 karat gold camera rims, which is just awesome, mind blowing. So this ceramic edition would cost you a little bit more than the other editions, and here whereas the OnePlus 3T would have only 3 color options. It would have a gunmetal, soft gold, and obviously a midnight black limited edition variant. So now talking about the hardware, here the Mi6 will definitely take the lead, as Mi6 gets to be the most powerful processor in this comparison, as it has in Snapdragon 835 with the an Adreno 540 GPU, whereas the OnePlus 3T would have an Snapdragon 821 processor with, I think, Adreno 530 GPU, and both would again have 6 gigs of RAM. But here the Snapdragon 835 is based on a 10 nanometer architecture, whereas the OnePlus 3T's Snapdragon 821 would be based on 20 nanometer, I guess, maybe not. So here the Mi6 definitely takes the lead, and now it's again nil here in this comparison. Talking about the cameras here, so it would again have so as I have told you that Xiaomi has added 12 megapixel camera setup on the back, featuring wide angle and telephoto lens, which is a new feature for Xiaomi, and it is pretty much the similar setup for that of iPhone 7 Plus. So comparing to Mi6, OnePlus camera over here is just okay, as it has got a 16 megapixel camera shooter with an optical and electronic image stabilization. So, and yes, these OnePlus 3T bears a 16 megapixel shooter on the front and also on the back. So talking about the battery here, OnePlus 3T takes lead over here, although there's not much difference, so I would consider it nil again. And talking about the cameras, I forgot to tell you the scores. Now Mi6 is going to be 2-1, as it has taken lead in the cameras. And again, the battery, it's just almost equal, so no comparison here for now. And talking about the storage, they again would have a different storage options. Both come with 64 gigs and 128 gigs option, and both will again have 6 gigs of RAM. So no comparison over here. Now talking about the headphone jack, here the OnePlus 3T takes the lead, as it supports a 3.5mm headphone jack, whereas the Mi6 does not. So here's a bit of big disappointment for me. So Mi6 also comes with a set of dual speakers, whereas the OnePlus 3T of Wayne has a single speaker unit. So if you are a speaker guy, this is going to be a good phone for you, and if not, you can go obviously with OnePlus 3T. So the score till now here is, as the Mi6 has taken lead in the Mi6 has not taken lead in this aspect. Only the OnePlus 3T has taken lead in this aspect in the headphone jack. So the score is now 2-2. Again, I have done the 4 aspects, but still for a tiebreaker, I'm going to do one more aspect. Now talking about this software, again they will both have 700 7.0 nougat, so not going to pressurize on that or compare that. I will compare for the price. So roughly translating from the Mi6, which charts at 2,500 yuan, when we compare or convert it to our INR, so we get the cost at 24,000 rupees for the 64 gigs of version. This is the starting version, whereas obviously the ceramic edition would cost a bit more, that is 27,000. So now talking about the India, the OnePlus 3T, it comes here to be a 29,999 device, which is just the starting version. So here OnePlus 3T has again fallen back, and here Mi6 takes the lead, definitely a big huge lead. So talking about this comparison, for now I would say, if you don't have any problem with the MIUI and you are not eager to use stock Android, this is pretty much the best phone for you right now. And yes, it's just the best phone, go for it. Talking about the other news, so the Samsung Galaxy S8 has now been launched in India officially and now is available to pre-book. So I'm now going to tell you about the different variants of the Samsung Galaxy S8. And before I do that, I'm again going to tell the prices, and just as Josh going to cover the aspect in India. So the Galaxy S8 has been start at the price of 58,000 rupees, whereas the Galaxy S8 Plus starts at a price of 65,000 rupees. Again, In Galaxy S8 Plus there would be an addition to the color, that is the coral blue, which would only be available in Galaxy S8 Plus. And talking about a pre-booking offer, there is only one pre-booking offer for now, that is if you pre-book your Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus, you will get a 4,500 rupees wireless charging kit or whatever the charger for now. So this is one thing. So these are the additions. As you can see, S8 Plus has now the coral blue edition, 64 gigs. So currently all these 64 gigs of versions are now only available. So these are the versions. So this one version has specifically caught my eye on. This looks just a bit too elegant. So this is an awesome phone for you guys, and if you can afford to spend this much, definitely this is the phone for you. Obviously, not gonna go into specs for now, as I guess this is not a bit more about tech videos, it is a tech update, so I'm not gonna go into specs for now, as I've also told the specs of Galaxy S8 in my previous videos. So the last tech news for now would be the Moto C and Moto C Plus. Now they have got certified in Russia, and it is just a bit ahead of the official announcement. So again, this Moto C and C Plus are budget phones, and they actually don't have that big good specs, but still the look is a bit more like that of the Moto G5 Plus, and this phone does not support fingerprint sensor, as we can see the shots of the Motorola C over here. So these are the shots. So talking about the specs of both the phones, they are set to run Android 7 Nougat, which is awesome. This is the one thing that has caught my eye. And the other specs, they will have a 5-inch display, but the Plus would have an HD resolution, that is 720x1280, whereas the Moto C, which is the lower version or the lower variant, would have I don't know how to say or describe this resolution. It would just feature a 480x854 arrangement. I think this is a WQGA, or not a WQGA, it is QGA resolution. I have no idea about this. So yeah, this resolution is pretty terrible. So no idea about the price for now, but they might have a 2 gigs of RAM or 1 gig. It would depend on really region for now. And they will get the LTE connectivity. And now these are the LTE connectivity, and Motorola is said to be planning a 3G version of Moto C2. So that would also come in some time. So these are just the reports out of the corner, and these were some rumored specs maybe, or the confirmed specs. So this was the Moto C Plus, and this was the Samsung Galaxy S8, and this was your beloved Mi6. For now, this is Shivam signing off from Phone Future, and I'll see you guys later in my next video. Till the time, bye bye, peace out.